It was revealed this week that Cyber Ninjas, the audit company that performed the Arizona ballot audit, had fired all of their staffers, which includes the people who actually run the company, so they fired themselves, and announced they are out of business for good. Cyber Ninjas no longer exists. Now, this announcement came shortly after it was revealed that the company is going to be fined, or likely to be fined, $50,000 per day for failing to comply with an August ruling requiring them to turn over all of the materials that they have to the independent watchdog groups under the state's public records law. Well, back in August, Cyber Ninjas, after this ruling was handed down, didn't do that. So a judge came out recently and said, cool, we're going to fine you $50,000 per day since that ruling. And we're going to keep issuing the fine until, of course, you hand over all these documents. And I guess that's a little too much for Cyber Ninjas to pay. So they said, to hell with all of this. Everybody's fired, including me making this announcement, and we're no longer a company. So I guess this is kind of a way for the company to declare bankruptcy in order to protect them from this massive pending judgment of $50,000 per day. But it is funny to note that even after they conducted this audit and proved, for the record, that Biden actually won by an even larger margin than what he was originally given credit for, they said, we're never doing another ballot audit again. And part of the reason for that is because Doug Logan, the CEO of the company, as well as the company itself, other folks, were getting death threats from angry Trump people, mad that Cyber Ninjas did not in fact find that Trump somehow won Arizona. So after that, he was like, we're not even doing this anymore. But now, of course, they're like, we're not even a company anymore. We don't even exist. Good luck getting blood from that turnip. You're still going to have to turn over the documents, though. And to add a little bit of insult to injury, Maricopa County, the county where the ballots were audited, because that's the only ones they cared about, because they wanted to overturn that and give it to Trump, had to release a report this month saying that Cyber Ninjas still managed to screw up and grotesquely mislead the public about the findings of their audit. And here's what happened. Even though, as I mentioned, the audit did find that Biden actually had more votes than were originally counted, the company still, in their final report, said, but we found a lot of problems, some double ballots in there and things like that, so it wasn't a totally clean election. The county came out and said Cyber Ninjas made 22 misleading claims, 41 inaccurate claims, and 13 claims that were just totally false. The county said Cyber Ninjas, quote, made faulty and inaccurate conclusions about more than 53,000 ballots in 22 different categories. So not only did Republicans not get what they want out of this ballot audit, but the company, who, to their credit, had never done a ballot audit before, they had no idea what they were doing, they still managed to F up 53,000 ballots. Yeah. So, not surprising that they would go out of business. They destroyed their reputation both with normal people and the Trump supporters because they didn't overturn the results. The company was destined for failure. You took on a project that you were not qualified to take on because your CEO was a Trump supporter, thought you could play a big role in this, be the heroes, and you ended up destroying your own company as a result. Mike Lindell, if you're listening, this is likely your future too. Because as I repeatedly say, and Cyber Ninjas is now just further proof of it, if you throw your lot in with Donald Trump or risk everything trying to appease him, eventually you're going to lose everything.